Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we are going to be getting into the orchid and our first mana generation. I hope you guys are ready. Alright, so let's just jump right back where we were at. I did have to do a few changes off camera, just a little bit. I did originally place this on the south side, I do believe. I think it was the south side. And I realized I was in a river biome, and for some reason, the placement of where it was jumping between a river biome and a jungle biome, this was not spawning any mobs. So what I ended up doing was just moving it. I ended up just moving it to this side, and that's what I've been working on. Then I've been working on gathering some more wood and stuff like that. Also, I smelted down some of this, and also I'm working on gathering some more cobblestone, because that's something I'm definitely going to need quite a bit of moving forward, considering a lot of the building stuff is going to require cobblestone. To get cobblestone is not too difficult. I mean, it just requires some time. That's about it. So we're going to be moving hopefully into more actual botania today, and that's going to be the main focus for today's video. We do need to go into that with our quest book and kind of look at a few things. I have gotten a few mob drops. I actually got a disc, which is kind of funny. A creeper or a skeleton ended up killing a creeper in there somehow. But yeah, this thing is fully working. The only thing I need to get from this is a witch. Oh, which is in here, actually. I hear it. I heard a witch. There's a witch in here somewhere. We're gonna get this witch. It's actually the last thing we need to get, wherever we find that thing at. She'll end up being the last thing in here because we can't actually kill her. Ah, she's right there. Yeah. It's hard to kill a witch with a stone sword. Let me just tell you that. This is how I was setting, by the way. This is how you'll get a creeper to explode and ultimately us not die. If I keep... Yeah, I'll die there. Well, that's our first death. Oh, and it blew this up, and our witch ended up dying, and we didn't actually kill our witch. Oh, that's super unfortunate. I'm glad I took everything off my inventory, though. But I mean, this is what happens. This is what happens in SkyBlocks. It's perfectly fine, though. We can go ahead and just build this thing back up, because it's really not a difficult structure to build. And that was a pretty good place for it to blow up there. Didn't actually destroy too much. And that's why it's away from everything, for one thing. But unfortunately, the witch, I'm pretty sure we didn't get the quest completed for the witch kill. I don't think. No, we still need it. Man, that was super close. We almost had that witch kill. But there we go. First death. Gotta love it. Can't avoid it sometimes. That was one, that was me getting a little antsy. I shouldn't have rushed for that. But there we go. Death by my own mob farm. Wow. But no, it is working very good. That is a pretty good design for your basic mob farm. I'm sure eventually we'll be able to automate it with hopper hawks and some botania stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into that quest book. Other than this is something we'll just get over time, and it's going to give us a slime ball, and we'll figure out what that slime ball does later on. Actually, I kind of know what it does, but we're going to have to do that. So, some of the first things we're going to need to make, we'll actually get a wand of the forest right away. Not the color I actually want. I'll probably change that later on by making my own. But we need to get each individual flower. There's 16 of them. So if we have a cleared out inventory, we should be able to see them. Now we are going to need to use our living roots. I don't think there's any other use for the living roots other than making floral fertilizer. So what are we going to do? All floral fertilizer. We need no more saplings. And we have this area here to get our flowers from. And you're going to have a better chance of getting more flowers if you do one at a time and you just break them all. Because sometimes you won't get the max amount of spawns from this. And there we go. And we'll just try and collect them all. There should be 16 in total. And let me actually cap this off so we don't get them in these slots. There we go. And I'll just keep doing this. And we should see 16 of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 slots here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So once this slot is all filled, we should be good. And we can do that by just doing that. And then we'll know if we get all of the different colored flowers. I hope. We have quite a few of these. It shouldn't take this many to get all the different colors. And somebody also mentioned that this mana flam right here, if you put a sapling in the middle, it should generate a large tree every time. If it's in the center, I do believe. So I have kind of noticed that. The other trees that are around it doesn't really affect it. It's only the one right directly here that it does affect. So have we yet gotten all of them? Yes, we have. So there we go. That was us getting them all. Pretty sweet. Okay, so now that we do have them all, we need to kind of gather a few more. Currently, we have no real way, I think, of duplicating them. Because we don't have... Yeah, we don't have shears, so that's going to be an issue. We'll find out. Maybe there's wooden shears? I don't know. No. I don't know if there's a different method of getting these other than iron. Which, I mean, we can get. But we'll read on it and see what it says. There might be a way to duplicate them. But this is our only method currently. I mean, I guess we could use this. Let me see. We could use these to make dye. I do believe. I think it's going to be on the other side. And then we can actually use the dye to make more floral fertilizer, right? Take a look at how it's made. Yes, the dust. And it gives you 3 with bone meal. So yes, we could technically make a bunch more of this. All right, so it's a good thing to know. All right, so that was the last bit of fertilizer I used, and as you can see, I did get quite a few of each one, which is great. And I should unlock seeds, more floral fertilizer, which is awesome. And we also will get a wand of the forest. So, oh no, we get a choice between these. Ooh, tough choice. We really don't need a wand of the forest. So, or we get 5 experience, or do we get 5 experience as well? This is a choice reward. I think we also get 5 experience as well. So, my best bet would be go with the seeds, for sure, 100%. Yeah, we're definitely going to need the seeds. I can get seeds, but it's going to be a little bit easier for us to just have them right away than it would be any other measure. Okay, there we go. And then we also have the other that we had gathered previously. I'll just kind of sort this, get actually my mob drops where they belong. I still want to kind of keep my inventory sorted. There is a good reason for that, because later on we don't really have many chest mods. We have one chest mod that's in here, and that is iron chests, and that will just help us have larger chests. But still, we're gonna need more. Okay, so now that we have this completed, we need to move on and make Botania start. So we've already made a furnace. Now we need to make a Petal Apothecary and start getting into some other stuff. So it says now we have cobble. We can make so much. That's about, or what about a pure daisy? Furnace for stone and living stone. Yes, we do it. P.S. Use bowls for water. Use bowls for water. So we can move our water source with a bowl? I'm guessing? Use bowls for water. What? What is it talking about? I almost forgot about that. How are we going to do water? Use bowls for water. Oh, maybe bowls. Bowls don't actually consume the water. We're going to test that out. I think that's the case. And if that is the case, that's going to be awesome. Because that means we can have several bowls. I just don't think we can place the water. Our water source is right here. Perfect. Yes, and then we can actually use the bowls in the Petal Apothecary. Awesome, that's good to know. Okay, so speaking of making the Petal Apothecary. Yeah. Let's do the Apothecary. So it's going to require one type of, it doesn't matter what it is, but one flower. And this is just regular cobblestone, and then our slab. So 2 slabs, and we need a few pieces of cobblestone. And I think it's only 4 cobblestone. And then we're going to need 1 flower of any type. Let's do black because we have a bunch of those. And then there we go. Petal Apothecary achieved. Nice. So with that being said, now we get a choice of an Endo Flame, Living Wood, or Living Rock. I'm going to go with the Endo Flame after we make the Pure Daisy, because we have to make the Pure Daisy first, I guess. So we're going to need to place this down somewhere. Probably right here in the corner. And we're going to need to make a Pure Daisy. Let's get our Lexica Botania. That's going to be our... Oh, I think our Lexica Botania was on us. Ooh, that's not good. Oh well, we have this to run off of. We'll make one later. So a Pure Daisy. That is going to be white flowers. And that's it. And a piece of, just a seed. Okay, so we're going to need a few whites. 2 of them. And then we need a bowl, water. So that fills it up. That's awesome. I don't know if that does that normally. And then we should be able to drop these in. And then 1 seed will give us a Pure Daisy. And then we can put this Pure Daisy really anywhere. We kind of have a spot over here. Just kind of break this torch. And we can set the torch right here for now. And what I'll do is place the Pure Daisy. You know what? We'll just place it on the grass. Because it has to go in grass now that I think about it. So yeah, now we can just rotate out. Let's go ahead and do logs. Like this first. And then that's going to make living wood, 8 of them. And then we can go ahead and complete our quest. I'm going to go ahead and go with Endo Flames. Because it's going to be a little bit easier for us just to do Endo Flame. Or we get all of these, right? Item rewards. Okay. We'll get everything. You never know. And then it moves on to getting ore. Minecraft has many resources, but how to get them? Maybe you can find a way to convert stone into ores. It should be very helpful because you need much items. So I thought this thing required mana. At least it does in the Lexica Botania. It requires some mana to work. So I'm thinking maybe it will require mana to work, but I don't know. That's going to be a thing. We're definitely going to have to get a tree farm separated from this area. For sure. That's going to be a must-have. And now we already have some living rock, and we have some living wood. The first thing I can do with my living rock is, I guess, make a mana pool. Why not? Now we have a mana pool. But where to put this? Because we don't have that much room here. I think we're going to have to make a little area for our basic mana setup. Because we don't have any diamonds or anything. And I don't know how this flower works either. So that's going to be another thing to kind of look at. We do have a few pieces of dirt left over. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and move over here. I think what I might do, place a piece of dirt here so I can move this flower over here. And we'll take some of that cobblestone that I was working on. And we'll just build a platform out. Just big enough so we can place that flower there. Or we can do our trees over here. I think we'll do trees over here. Now that I think about it. This will be another tree farm area. And then I'll use that middle section. This will be our little botania area. Right in the center. Alright, can I get you? Yes, perfect. And then my pick disappeared because it got blown up. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab another set. Somebody did mention, why didn't you make a stone pick right off the bat since you had access to stone? And I was like, yep, that's just me derping. That's me failing automatically, not doing things the most efficient way. That's just me. Alright. I think that'll be fine. We'll kind of clear out some of this jazz that we got in here. We need a chest for our botania stuff. We'll work on that in a bit. And then we also need an axe. There we go. Gotta love vanilla Minecraft, right? So let's go ahead and pop in there. Now we have an axe. And we can go ahead and collect this stuff. So, but we already have some. And then we're also going to need a mana spreader, which requires gold, now that I think about it. And this is going to require an orchid. And I was looking, mana spreader. How are we going to get a mana spreader? So it doesn't require gold. Okay, so it's just going to be our plain old living wood. Like that. And one of the flowers. A plain old living wood. A flower will get us a mana spreader. So we have a mana spreader, mana pool, endo flame. We're already looking pretty good. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to throw in literally a stack of wood because that's not going to be our only way of getting charcoal. I'm also going to take this. Let's see where our tree goes. Alright, so we're going to have a mana pool in the center. And we're going to have a mana spreader. Going right to it. In any fashion, any form, doesn't really matter. And I'm going to put an endo flame right there. Okay, so this is all linked technically. We just need to make a wand. And I'm going to wait for the rain to go away. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so now that that rain is gone, it happens every time I seem to record. We're going to go ahead and pick two colors. I'm going to go with orange and blue, as always. I love those colors. Actually, this blue is not my favorite. I'm going to go with, not cyan, the light blue. There we go. We'll go with the light blue. That looks better. Those two colors. There we go. All right. And we're going to go ahead and start working on a wand. So here's our wand, and we get to pick what color we want. And we can change these around and actually changes the color. And there we go. There's our wand. Sweet. So now we can link this to the mana pool by shift right-clicking here, and then also shift right-clicking on this mana pool, and it will link it. Now this is actually linked to it, but if it's not, you can also shift right-click and link it as well by holding shift right-click. And this will link it to whatever mana spreader. But if you place the mana spreader down, and then you place the endo flames will automatically link to the closest mana spreader. Not normally the most efficient mana spreader, but it will link to the mana spreader. So, now that we have that, we have been working on some charcoal. Let's go ahead and give it some charcoal. And there you go. You've seen it picked it up. Now, this will take a little bit of time. We can look here. And it'll start filling up with mana. Very small amounts. As you can see, there's a very small amount of mana in there. This thing is picking up some mana and working. Now, this is only one endo flame. We are going to need more. So making endo flames is not the easiest thing to do, but especially since we don't have shears. But we're going to work on it. And then also turning this into blocks makes it even better, because this thing will consume the block and last a lot longer. There we go. It'll consume the block. It doesn't necessarily work faster, but it'll last longer, which is definitely what we want. We don't want items sitting on the ground for an extended period of time. So that's how we do that. Let's go ahead and work on this. So we're going to need the orchid. Now, this thing is going to require 2 gray, 2 yellow, 2 green, and 2 red. Let's make sure we have that. 2 gray, not light gray, gray. 2 gray, 2 red, 2 yellow, and 2 green, right? There we go. So that should be everything. Did that pull out? There we go. So, gray, yellow, green, and red. Gray, yellow, green, and red. These will all give you 2 apiece, which will be the exact amount that that thing needs. And then we should be able to make this thing. Let's get our bowl in our inventory over here. Place it in there. Place all of these. And then, voila. we now have an orchid. So, it says orchid, which says, I see what you did there. That's so funny. It should turn nearby stone into ore. And I'm thinking it works similar to the way this works. I don't know if it has to be linked with a mana spreader or not. I'm not too sure. But we're about to find out. Does it work without... That scared the far out of me. That was so loud. Okay, so I think it's working without mana. Maybe not. Oh no, it is using mana, but it's using mana at a distance. Okay, well that's kind of cool. But over time, it will change this once it does get enough mana. Oh man, that was scary. That's a scary sound. And this should be automatable for the most part. And look at that, we're already getting coal. We got lapis, which is awesome. I'll leave the stone there. And you see how long that charcoal is actually lasting in there. Oh, now we have 2. So getting 2 iron is exactly what I wanted. Let me go ahead and pull this out. We'll take the charcoal. I need 2 iron to make shears, because once I have a shear, we're able to duplicate every single one of these blocks. It's exactly what I want to do. So now, yes, this will fill up. This actually, I think, has its own buffer. Yes, it looks like it has its own buffer. It is connected to this mana pool. If I was to break it, it still contains, as you can see, it's starting to fill up its internal buffer. Once this internal buffer is filled up, this will start to fill up, as you see there. Awesome. And this will generate an ore, very loud, apparently, every time this happens. Or every time this is full. So, this one Endoflame is generating quite a bit of mana. This thing is consuming it. And we need to get each individual ore type. That is the thing. So I will surround it. I think it even goes further than this. But for right now, we'll just leave it as this thing continues to burn. Though, man, that one charcoal block seems to burn for a very long time. That is a very long time that is burning for. There it goes. It just finished burning. Oh, maybe it is still burning. I don't know. Nope, it's still active. Yeah, that lasts a really long time. So what would help us with this? Man, that is so loud. What is going to help us with this is making more Endoflames for sure. And I think that's going to be our best route. All right, so as we wait for this to work, it is very loud. It happens fairly often. This will be something to definitely figure out what the volume level is that I can change. May not even be able to. We may move this thing far away. But anyways, with that distracting noise, I did see we got diamond, by the way. We did get some diamond. And we also got some redstone, which is great. And iron. And this iron should be done. I'm going to swap it back, though, and get my coal. This seems to last a long time, by the way. But let's go ahead and make our shears, because this is a very important thing to make. And we're also going to grab the things that we're going to need for the Endoflames. Because early game, getting as many Endoflames as you can is great. So light gray, red, and brown is going to be the main thing. And we're going to need to make sure we keep at least one in here so we can always duplicate them. And I'll show you what I mean when I say duplicate. If you guys are new to Botania and you're like, how do I get more flowers without creating more stuff? You should be able to take the materials that you need. So say we need a light gray, and we also need a brown. These are all you need. So let's go ahead and take these out. There we go. And you should be able to place the actual petals on the ground, just like so. Let me put the orange away. We don't need that. Like this. And like that. Take some bone meal. If you've killed some mobs, you should have some bone meal on you. And turn them into the tall versions by right-clicking on them with that. And then if you shear this, as you notice, we only started with one original flower and only 2 petals per color. That, now we have 8. So, yeah. A big duplication on that, which is great. because it makes it a little bit easier to get. That's why I say always keep at least one color of each thing so you don't have to worry about it later on. We got emerald. That's awesome. I want more redstone though. Redstone and gold. We haven't got gold yet. We're fixing to get this a lot faster once we get this. We'll get it as fast as we can make stone, basically, which is going to be great. So, let's go ahead and make those Endoflames. And then we're also going to need to get a farm going, like, as soon as possible. That's going to be another thing. So, I'm going to show you another trick that is very handy with this. So, if we already have the bowls cleared out, I'm going to throw a bowl here so we can make sure to sort everything out. All right, we'll throw that here. We also we're going to need an empty hand. And that's probably going to be right here. There we go. So what we can do is we know it's 2 brown, 1 and 1, and then throw a seed in. Throw the water in, clear out our hand. Now it says right click with an empty hand to place the recipe in. And look at that. You can just do this over and over again as long as you have it filled with water. It makes it super easy to continue your recipe. And we can make a bunch of these. So that's 4. So that should be plenty to cover this on this side. Remember when I said when you place this, these are going to be connected now. And then when I feed this with some coal, this is going to be a little loud. But it's going to work. We throw that down there. They'll consume it. Only a couple are activated. This one did not activate, which is fine. We have some of this coal for it that I'm going to give. And that's going to pick up 1 piece of coal, and it's going to work as well. Now this is producing mana at a lot faster rate. This is completely done. So all we need now, really, is more charcoal. So we're going to need another furnace. So let's go ahead and make another furnace so we can keep up with things. And this is where the wood production really is coming in handy with our wood here. So I know for a fact that you get basically for the log is the same burn time as your oak. So a good way to double your oak is to split your logs. You'll get double the burn time. And then sticks don't do that, but I know it does for the oak planks. I think the burn time is 300 for oak, and it's also 300 for the oak planks. So you're getting 600 out of 1 by doing it, by splitting it up that way. So we'll throw that in there, and now we're going to be needing to throw stone in there. So, yeah, look at this. And we're going to need an iron pick because we currently can't mine this. So let's go ahead and take the iron that we got here, and we're going to need at least an iron pick from this point on. It's kind of crazy to say that, but that's definitely what we're going to need, and that's perfect. We ended up getting 3 for that. We can't even mine this. We can mine all the coal, so might as well do that. And we have this 1. There we go. There's more iron. Awesome. And this coal is going to come in handy. Once we get some automation going, I can totally see how this is going to basically pay for itself, which is going to be really nice. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this pack. I got a lot of positive feedback in the first episode, so I'm glad that you guys are enjoying this so far and are looking forward to me getting through this. I'm definitely looking forward to getting through it as well, and learning some more about Botania along with you guys. There's nothing like learning a new mod, and we'll definitely learn this mod in depth throughout this tutorial. So, all right, let's go ahead and make another block. This is going to be for this one. That should pick it up. Oh, this one picked it up because that one was also done as well. But now we have a block of coal anyways. So we throw that for that one. It does seem to last quite a while, actually. All of these. And we may be maxing out the mana spreader. I think 6 of them. It supports up to 6 on 1. Yeah, we're not maxing it out yet. If you see this bar go all the way to the end, you're maxing out this particular mana spreader. And you're basically... These guys are going to be wasting some mana, basically. So, now that this is done, this is starting to build up again. Let's check our iron. Now we can actually make an iron pick. This is getting some stone. And this is going to be our process for a little while. We're going to be farming material this way. Let's go ahead and make an iron pick. And voila. There we go. Iron pick for the win. We can now break redstone. We can now break diamond. And we can now get emerald. Look at all these advancements and achievements we're getting. Crazy. The diamond's going to really come in handy because we're going to need that to make a mana tablet. We can honestly do a mana tablet early on now. But that's going to be a requirement for getting started. So, what do we get? We're still waiting for gold. It's saying iron. We need 10 iron in our inventory. We're going to need at least 25 redstone. That is not completed. All of these different tiers is stuff that we're going to need to get. We'll get that eventually. This is something you don't have to stay on, I do believe. It's just the end of this section. So yeah, that's one thing we're going to go to. And as you can see, it's going to say this kind of magic. And killing mobs. And slowly but surely, we're going to get to the end boss. But getting started is our main section, which is what we were working on now. And now we have the mana tablet. Mana in a pool to convert stuff is cool. I know. But what about mana for you? You could repair things in your inventory. It's cool to have armor that doesn't break, isn't it? But attention, if there's no mana, it'll break. Nice. And then of course we have all this down here, which I was informed is German. So yeah, this is German down here. So for you guys, for you German folk, there we go. And you guys have some German reading, which is really nice. I've not actually seen that in mini packs that have the translations in there. Very nice. So yes, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and start working on more of this. Normally I make 2 of these flowers so I can do both processes at once, but with our limited amount of space we have, but since I haven't really built a proper place yet, I plan on doing that. I'm actually going to build, probably next episode, a nicer area. But this has been a nice little progression that we've done. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Let's go ahead and do some more of this satisfying placement. Oh boy. There's gold. So we pretty much have ore for everything. And there we go. There's another diamond. So that's not as bad as I thought. And then here's more redstone. Redstone is going to be our best friend in this pack, by the way. It's going to allow us to automate just about everything. Iron is also going to be our best friend with hoppers and such. Because hoppers is going to be our only mode of transporting items. I do believe. I don't think Botania has a way, I don't think. I mean, I think it has a mana, or has a inventory setup system. But we'll get on as longer, you know, the farther we play this, the more stuff we're going to learn, the better off we're going to be, the more automation tips we're going to learn. And I can't wait to do them with you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode as we've made it to the orchid stage. Man, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.
Let's go!